What's up, guys? I'm back with another video. I'm back again. It's been a very, very long time. Sorry. Uh, I've just been having my mind on other things, but I'm back and here to do a review on the latest Marvel movie, which is Marvel's Black Widow. Now, this is long overdue. This was supposed to come out, I believe, May. Then they pushed it back. Then it was actually supposed to come out last year. That was the original date. Then they pushed it back to like May. Then they pushed it back again. And this was one of the movies I kept forgetting about just because going into it I didn't really care much about it. And not only that, but it was long overdue. I mean, in my opinion, this movie should have happened during phase two or early phase three. Sometime between Winter Soldier and Civil War is, in my opinion, when it should have took place. But we had this sexist, racist dude that was in charge of that was in Marvel. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he's no longer there. But if he wasn't there from the start, I think we would have gotten this a long, long time ago. Which is why it took so long to get Black Panther because he thought black superheroes wouldn't make money. But okay, going into this, okay, well, this movie starts off. We see flashbacks of Natasha Romanoff as and her sister when they're children, of course, and being forced to living in. I wouldn't being taken away from their home because of their parents' job and how they grew up and they grew up resenting their parents because of it. They kind of grew up in resenting. Excuse me. I maybe in exile. I guess yeah. Grew up in exile, and her sister Yelena. Yes, Yelena. She works for this guy named Red Room, and she's tracking down this woman who's carrying this sort of chemical that has I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Some like some red dust in it or whatever, and basically if you haven't seen this movie already, I would say cut this off at this point because I will be discussing spoilers. But um, the Red Room is one of the villains, and he controls the Black Widows throughout the film, and he's capable of doing pretty much whatever he wants to them. It's kind of like in Teen Titans with Slade um controlling Terra because of her suit. Think of it just like that. And um this movie has a lot of action in it. Um, one of the best in my opinion. The one thing I really love about this is that even though of course it's a Marvel movie, so you expect humor, but unlike most MCU films, I feel like they're not reluctant on humor. It's more about the acting and the dramatic feel of the movie and the action rather than the humor of it, because sometimes in Marvel films it feels like they just throw the humor in there just to take tension off of a very intense situation when a lot of times there doesn't really need to be humor. But there were a lot of times where um, the tension almost had you sort of feeling emotional and feeling bad for Yelena and Natasha for what uh about their childhood and not really having a, I guess, real family. But one thing I really loved about this film is uh, Taskmaster, which we have never seen on in this film, in any of the films or any really medias outside of the comic books. If you want to count the Marvel video game, Marvel Spider-Man video game. But going into this, I don't know a whole lot about Taskmaster. I know a lot of fans were complaining about the suit and how it looked because it didn't resemble or match the comics. But not everything is going to look exactly how you want it to look. I'm not really fond of adapting every single detail from the comics. I think sometimes you have to make things your own. But the from what I saw, Taskmaster not only looked like a badass, but is a badass because Taskmaster was really throwing some hands. But like I said, this movie has a lot of action in it, um, very dramatic points, um, where you didn't know who was going to live and who was going to die, aside from Natasha, of course. Um, the humor in it doesn't tie anything down and doesn't feel like as forced as some other movies in the MCU. Um, but overall, I had a great experience with this film. I thought it was really good, and it was a um, great story about Natasha's backstory and her fam- her family life and just who she is as a person. But yeah, I enjoyed this film. These are my ups and downs from this film, and I cannot wait to see what happens next after that post-credit scene. Um, but overall, I would give this movie probably 3 out of 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. Even though this movie happened like came out should have came out like 5 7 years earlier, it still was enjoyable. But let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video.